Hi, my name is Justin. I'm the developer of PurRocket, an iOS space game with cats. And I listen to the One Up Gaming podcast. You can find a link to download my game at facebook.com/PurRocket.
Yeah, this how we do it, y'all. L-G-E, man.
Straight out of Diamond Star Production.
What up to you, One Up Gaming? They not really ready for this one. One Up Gaming is behind me. Let me get in beast mode. If you wanna try me, you don't need a cheat code. Conte is who I be. To you is Mr. Hero, legendary adversary. Flows considered lethal. I'm a Super Saiyan. I got Dragon Balls. I wouldn't lie. You might think I'm playing when I'm saying I can really fly. When I'm on the track, you feel the energy I'm pushing out. Put me on the map. One Up Gaming's who I'm talking about. I'm the rapping Master Chief, epic to say the least. Contain the hero, better etch that in your memory. And so the One Up Gaming for the show out. Contain the hero is really gonna show out. Show out. Contain. And so the One Up. And so the One Up.
Dope bitch you ever heard.
Hi, David here, What Up Gaming. Going to have a quick look over this week's show. So it's going to be episode 361 of the One Up Gaming podcast. We're going to try and give this away this week. We're going to try and give t-shirts away this week. We're sponsored by Games Inspired Music, which is an album. Buy it, stream it, and 20% of each sale will go to the Child's Play charity. Please visit our website, which is oneupgaming.co.uk. Got loads of bits and bobs on there, reviews, previews, news, all that kind of goodness. You can buy t-shirts from our store, so it's either from the Etsy store, so One Up Gaming, all one word, or at the bottom of the YouTube sort of options, it says like store, and you can click on store and see all the bits and bobs we've got there. So, if you want to win this Evercade Interplay Collection 2 cartridge, just like and subscribe to any of our videos and leave a comment that says Evercade for a chance to win that. And if you want to win one of our t-shirts, just like and subscribe to the YouTube channel and leave a comment on any video that says t-shirt for a chance to win that. We want to give this away as soon as we can. Been holding on to this for a few weeks now. We've given away our headsets, all those sort of goodness, and we're just trying to give away the t-shirt now. So we will go straight into this week's show, because we've talked about the podcast, we've talked about episode 361, we've talked about the fact we're sponsored by Games Inspired Music. Go to our website, oneupgaming.co.uk, and I will just mention, please buy Joe Dowling's book. It's called The Outrunners. That's it, please. So we'll have a quick 2-second break and we'll be back with the games we've been playing this week.
Hi, I'm Keith Allen, and I play Murphy on Z Nation, and I listen to One Up Gaming Podcast.
Hello, Andy. This is Colin. I won't be able to get in tonight. I'm sweating like a pig.
Right, David here, One Up Gaming, episode 361 of the One Up Gaming podcast. Just going to go through this week's games we've been playing this week. This week's games we've been playing, yeah, you know what I mean. So first of all, Rad Rogers. And this one is a 2.5D puzzle platformers. It reminds me of like the bloody like Global Gladiator sort of game. It's on a 2D plane platform game, but you also have a little sidekicky friend that you can go into like a parallel universe to move things around and do things. It was okay. for me, it suffered with a lot of the other like early 3D, 2D styled platform games like the Sonic 4, where the physics of your character, it's like the Sackboy original game sort of thing, because like when you're running through the world, your guy just feels off. It just doesn't feel tight and smooth. It's a little bit funky, but it was quite alright. It was a fun little game. I enjoyed it. It was quite funny. So yeah, next game was sorry, I got a really itchy elbow. I don't know why. It's really itchy. Do you know when it just feels so good? Right, I'll stop that. Otherwise I'll have big scratches everywhere. So next game, Lego Worlds. Now I've not heard really much about this game. From the look of things, I just thought it was Minecraft. Now it might get more into that sort of thing when you're playing it more. But when I played the first half hour or so, the game itself felt more like it looked like Minecraft because everything's made out of bricks. But it seemed much more like a story-focused sort of game, where you have to go collect things, you have to open new things, you have to get a chair and stuff and move it from one side of the island to the pirate ship, to the captain, and all that sort of goodness. I was actually quite enjoying it. It played so much better than the Traveller's Tales, like Lego sort of games, you know, the Star Wars Lego and the Harry Potter Lego. Well, I guess it's Lego Harry Potter and all that sort of stuff. I just felt this felt more like a accomplished game, whereas the Traveller's Tales ones, I've never liked them. I've never liked the games. They just don't feel right to me. But they sell in the bucket loads, and I guess Lego Worlds didn't sell. So where will Warner Brothers go? Make more crap that sells millions, or make something a little bit different and a little bit more niche that just doesn't sell? I know where I'd put my money if I was them. But Lego Worlds, give it a go. I loved it. I thought it was a really good little game. Next game, Elevator Action Returns S Tribute. And now this game, well, I think I played it on the Xbox. I think I also have it on the PlayStation 5 as well. But this is a arcade / Sega Saturn game that came out in about 95, 96 sort of time in Japan. Was it Taito that made it? And it's just the Elevator Action sort of series, but it's being remade up. It's like a sequel to it. It looks gorgeous. The animation's amazing. Scaling, sprites, side view, going down the elevators, trying to get through and kill everything that moves. It's an amazing little game. I really loved it. The buildings explode and crumble, and then you go into different view, like it zooms in and goes into things. Good game. I really enjoyed it. I think it's only cheap. It's a nice game. I really loved it. So next up we have Juju. I think Juju. Now when I first got this, I thought it was a 3D platform game, because I was imagining in my head, is it Tak and the Power of Juju? I think. And I was just imagining that game. But this is a completely different game. It's another 2D plane, 3D platform game. It's probably not quite as good as Rad Rogers, but it looks nice, it plays nice. More of a kiddie friendly sort of game, I would say. So if you're wanting a cheap little game for a child, like 10-year-old and younger, give it a go. It's nice art style, bright, bold and colourful and all that malark. Next game, I had to buy it just because of the name, Sensible Blood Rugby. Now, if anyone knows me, I'm a massive Sensible sort of like software fan. So Sensible Soccer, Cannon Fodder, Megalomania, that kind of stuff. Now, 2 seconds, I'll just freeze frame and I'll come straight back. Now we have these on sale on our website. Now this is the old design of the cup. As you can see, it's got the old logo on, but it basically says, John Hare says, stay sensible and listen to the One Up Gaming podcast. So we got John Hare's permission to use his likeness in our official cup, and yeah, I thought I'd show that. We do sell these on the actual store, and yeah, we've got the new ones now with new logos. I've not used this ever. It's just been sat on my desk. It's like a prop, which is weird because I don't use the desk. I've got loads of stuff down here. You know, I've got this massive pillow down here as well. But I don't know if you can hear any of that because the pillow's in the way. Anyway, Sensible Blood Rugby. As the name suggests, yes, it does look very small, pixelated characters that you run around and jump on things, but you can do proper, you know, like, I was going to say rugby tackles, but yes, you can do proper, like, almost killing people and blood and stuff, and it's like, it wasn't too bad. It's another really basic, cheap game that the developers probably want to milk the Sensible name, if there's anyone that still remembers Sensible, sort of like soccer, and they want to put the word blood in there, so kids think, oh, it's got loads of blood, I'll buy it. It's alright. I think it was only about £3-4, so I guess for that price you can't go wrong, just for a couple of hours just to mess around. If you have mates, it'll be an amazing little multiplayer game, just smashing hell out of everyone. It's quite fun. So, moving on to the next bit of games. Moving to the next game that we played, and that is PBA Pro Bowling. Now this one is a league bowling simulatory type thing. I felt as though that the Skittles, are they Skittles? The pins? I call them pins. The pins didn't seem to have the weight and the physics properly down, so when the ball hits them, there didn't seem to be the transfer of weight into the pins, so that kind of disappointed me. It looks okay. It looks like a shiny 360 game, you know. But then again, it's like they're not going to put a massive amounts of budget in a bloody 10-pin bowling simulator. I think this sort of game's more for the American market because America, it's still one of the biggest weekly sports that people do. Whereas in the UK, it's just something you do for a party when you go to someone's like 10th birthday party. We don't really do it as sport over here. It's still quite fun, but it's not a bad little game. Again, it's only about a £5, so it's not too bad. And the last game we played this week is Tom Clancy's The Division 2. And I will say I was quite surprised and shocked at, one, how gloriously gorgeous the game looks even now, because it's a few years old now. It still looked amazing, it played amazing, the graphics is so good. I played it like basically single player and I loved it. The fetch quest, the sort of like run around, do stuff, it really worked well. I really enjoyed what I played of the game, and what can you say, it's a really good little game. Third person shooter, combat, loot, all that kind of goodness, and the graphics are amazing. If you can find it cheap, buy it. It's a good little game. So please stick around to the YouTube channel. We have every Monday we have the UK Top 40s. Every Tuesday we have Boostroid by the T-shirts online. Every Wednesday we have Which is Best. Every Thursday we have the Retro Thursday. Every Friday we have the podcast, and we have the games played this week on the Saturday and the weekly news on the Sunday. So we'll have a quick break and come back with this week's news.
Hi, I'm Lucy James and I listen to the One Up Gaming podcast.
Still David, still One Up Gaming, still episode 361 of the One Up Gaming podcast. So we're going to go through a bit of news this week, and yeah, it's going to be really quick. Just doing a quick dirty podcast this week. So we will say the first bit of news is the Last of Us clone gets pulled from the Nintendo Switch eShop. The Last Hope Dead Zone Survival, which was a third-person action zombie game that looks awfully familiar to The Last of Us, has been pulled from the Nintendo eShop. Heading to the game's official store page on the Nintendo UK eShop will now result in a 404 error message. Trailers for the game have also been removed, which Eurogamer claims is due to a copyright claims made by Sony. PlayStation, Nintendo and VG Games, which released The Last Hope, did not immediately respond to IGN's requests for a comment. It was released in June on the Nintendo Switch, and it quickly caught the eyes of many who started comparing the game to Naughty Dog's 2013 masterpiece. They also criticised the game's quality, with some deeming it the worst game they've played, including Digital Foundry's John Lineman, who did a technical breakdown of The Last Hope last month. The Last Hope is designed to take your money. There is no game here. This is effectively a scam. We all knew this from the trailer, but the fact that the actual game is so much less than even that awful trailer is genuinely shocking. For more on the actual The Last of Us, check out the 9 out of 10 at IGN, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, what do you guys think? This game I think it's quite scary that you can make games and whack them up there, but then I don't know. Sometimes it's the licenses and the license fees and all that. It goes way beyond what should be sort of doing in this day and age. Don't get me wrong, yes, if you design a character you want to get paid for it, but is putting that design on a t-shirt that sells 2 copies a year worth the effort of doing all that, and then that person's not going to pay for the license because they're only selling 2 t-shirts, and it's like not worth the effort. So we'll move to the next bit of the Xbox, the news. Everything joining and leaving Xbox Game Pass mid-August 2023. So Microsoft has announced the lineup of games joining and leaving the Xbox service, with the addition of Everspace 2 and the removal of Death Stranding headlining the changes. As detailed on Xbox Wire, 5 additional games were announced for the service this month. A short hike will be available first on October 3rd, and Everspace 2 will be available August 15th. Check out the full list of titles joining Xbox Game Pass and their respective platforms below. A short hike will be Cloud, Console and PC from August 3rd. Broforce Forever, Cloud, Console and PC from August 8th. Limbo, Console, Cloud and PC August 9th. Airborne Kingdom, Cloud, Console and PC August 10th. And Everspace 2, which is Cloud, Xbox Series X and S, and that is on the August 15th. 4 games will be leaving the service on August 15th, including Hideo Kojima's Death Stranding for PC, Edge of Eternity, Cloud, Console and PC, Midnight Fight Express, Cloud, Console and PC, and Creative Assembly's Total War Warhammer 2, and that'll be for the PC. So what do you guys think? Do you like the fact that they pull games, put new games on, or would you rather just have the service where you just buy what you want and then just use what you want? I kind of like the idea of just being drip-fed random games, because a lot of the games I play, I just play random stuff. I don't sit and play a lot of games all the time. So to have different games available at different times, it really helps me sort of like play some of the games which I've never really played before. So we'll move into the next bit of news, and that, my friends, is Bomb Rush Cyberpunk is coming to Xbox and PlayStation in September. And Bomb Rush Cyberpunk Team Reptile's upcoming action-adventure game, heavily inspired by Jet Set Radio, is coming to Xbox and PlayStation on September 1st, 2 weeks after the release on PC and Nintendo Switch. It was announced way back in 2020 by Team Reptile, with confirmation that the game would release on Steam and Nintendo Switch. The game will have players traverse around in the game world, spraying graffiti and using boost packs to reach new heights. More interestingly, when the game was first revealed over 3 years ago, the developer confirmed that Hideki Nagumara, the composer of Jet Set Radio and Jet Set Radio Future, would compose the music for the game. The game was originally supposed to launch last year, but in August, Team Reptile confirmed it would delay the game to summer 2023, while also confirming that Bomb Rush Cyberpunk would come to other consoles shortly after its initial release on PC and Steam. So, are you guys excited for this? I loved Jet Set Radio. I hated the American version of the game. Why call it Jet Grind Radio? Just call it Jet Set Radio. I'd understand why the change in the UK, because we had a massive game franchise in the late 80s, Jet Set Willy, and so I'd understand why they changed the Jet Set to, from Jet Set Radio to Jet Grind, to differentiate the names and the stuff. But I don't know, what do you guys think? Are you looking forward to this game? Have you even heard of this game? I remember seeing the trailers probably like 2 years ago, and I kind of forgot about it, so I might be looking more into it now. Well, please leave comments and see how things are going. So we'll go to the next bit of news, and that is Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse release date is delayed indefinitely as the strike continues. So Ghostbusters and Kraven the Hunter also delayed, while Bad Boys and Venom get release dates. Sony Pictures' release schedule is seeing some major changes due to the ongoing SAG-AFTRA strike, with Ghostbusters Afterlife 2 and Kraven the Hunter both being delayed, and Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse being removed from the schedule entirely. Beyond the Spider-Verse, which originally set to release March 29th, 2024. That's not long, is it? God, normally about 3 years, aren't there, these sort of movies? I guess they were making it in conjunction with the second one. So the cast wasn't available to complete dialogue recordings in time for the spring release. Sony Pictures is reportedly considering several release dates depending on how long the strike lasts. Elsewhere, Ghostbusters 2 is being pushed from Christmas 2023 to Spider-Verse's former slot, and Kraven is shifting from October 2023 to August the 30th, 2024. Bloody hell, that's nearly a year. A Karate Kid reboot has also been delayed, with Blumhouse's They Listen being delayed indefinitely. Finally, sequels to Bad Boys and Venom now have a summer 2024 release date. So that, my friends, is the stuff. So pause the screen if you want to see that in more detail. So what else has been? Game of Thrones writer George R.R. Martin is among those who believe there will be a long and bitter work stoppage. In the meantime, many more movies and shows are apt to be delayed, as both sides digging. So yeah, it's weird, all this stuff. It really is. I don't know. I don't know that much about it, but I do know that working conditions and rights are important, and sometimes a strike is the only thing that people will listen to, unless you're in the UK and you go on strike and no one cares and nothing happens, but the people just complain. Anyway, next up, Microsoft sends final submission to the CMA as Activision Blizzard buyout saga enters the endgame. Microsoft has sent its final submission to the UK's Competition and Markets Authority, CMA, outlining why it believes the organisation should reconsider its block on the proposed $69 billion buyout of Activision Blizzard. In April, the CMA announced its final report on the acquisition, citing competition concerns around cloud gaming in the UK. Since then, Microsoft has defeated the US's Federal Trade Commission in court, obtained approval from key regulators from the European Commission, and secured an agreement with console rival Sony from a provision of Activision games on PlayStation for a decade. Microsoft's submission raises all three developments in its attempt to convince the CMA to reconsider, and mentions plans to put forward a proposal for a modified merger situation, which would mean that the current approach in the FR and the potential final order would be superseded. Microsoft and the CMA are currently negotiating these unannounced proposals, reported to involve a divestiture. English is not my friend. That could relate to a licensing deal for the cloud. So the CMA is the last obstacle for Microsoft to negotiate or navigate in order to get the deal signed. What do you guys think? I think it is crazy. I think they've agreed and done everything everywhere in the world, and it's just weird how us little Britons, are holding the whole thing up. We, as Britons, have a god complex. We believe we're still in charge of half the world. We are not. We've released our control. We've stopped the dictatorial ownership of a lot of things. That it's just crazy. But yeah, it's just a mental situation. So hopefully we'll get these things sorted soon. And we'll go into the last bit of news, and unfortunately it's sad news, and that is Paul Reubens, the actor who played Pee Wee Herman, dies at 70. So the actor had been privately fighting cancer. Paul Reubens, who's best known for the actor behind Pee Wee Herman, has died at the age of 70. His estate announced in an Instagram post today, I guess that was yesterday maybe, a couple of days ago, 31st of July. Last night we said farewell to Paul Reubens, an iconic American actor, comedian, writer and producer whose beloved character, Pee Wee Herman, delighted generations of children and adults with his positivity, whimsy and belief in the importance of kindness. Paul bravely and privately fought cancer for years with his trademark tenacity. Yeah, he fought it well, and wit. A gifted and prolific talent. Oh God, my English is so suffering. He will forever live in the comedy pantheon and in our hearts as a treasured friend and a man of remarkable character and generosity of spirit. Reubens first started building the Pee Wee Herman character in the 70s after joining famous Los Angeles based improvisational comedy team, The Groundlings. There he met actor, comedian and screenwriter Phil Hartman, with whom he developed Pee Wee. With his grey plaid suit, red bow tie, iconic laugh and dorky persona, Pee Wee quickly became Reubens' staple. After Reubens auditioned for the 1980-81 cast of Saturday Night Live and didn't make it in, he and Hartman cobbled together $5,000 to create a stage production, The Pee Wee Herman Show, which was popularised after HBO filmed one of the performances and it aired as a comedy special in 1981. Following the success of Pee Wee Herman Show, the character and Reubens' career quickly took off. Reubens took the show on the road across the US, made several popular appearances on Late Night with David Letterman in 1981, sold out on New York's City's Carnegie Hall. Reubens' big break in feature films, however, came in 1985, while he had appeared as Pee Wee in 1980's Cheech and Chong's Next Movie. He got his own film in 1985 with Pee Wee's Big Adventure, directed by Tim Burton. It grossed a decent $40 million on a $7 million budget and has since become something of a cult classic. The year after Pee Wee's Big Adventure, Reubens secured an ongoing spot on television in Pee Wee's Playhouse, which featured more family-friendly humour than the character's previous iterations. The show was a hit, garnering 15 Emmy Awards and airing on CBS Saturday mornings from 1986 to 1990. Oh yeah, this is what I remember from a few years ago. Reubens' reputation, however, took a serious hit in 1991, I guess it's more than a few years ago, after the entertainer was arrested for indecent exposure in a Florida movie theatre that showed pornographic films. Reubens largely stepped away from the Pee Wee character after that and started to do more interviews as himself. The character would be revived decades later though when he brought back the Pee Wee Herman Show on Broadway in 2010. A film revival of the character Pee Wee's Big Holiday was released to Netflix in 2016 to positive reviews. Reubens' other film credits include Batman Returns? The Nightmare Before Christmas, Matilda and Mystery Men, as well as TV appearances in shows like Reno 911. So, Pee Wee Herman. God bless. Night. I don't know what I'm saying, to be honest. But yeah, that's sad. It's always sad when someone big, famous, massive dies. And I think it's weird when you say that because every day hundreds of thousands of people probably die, and unless you know that person, you don't really care, you don't think about it. And it's all these celebrities that you've never met, you've never known, but because you've watched them for 20, 30 years, they feel as though they're part of your life, your family, and it is just weird. It really is. So we'll have a quick break and come back with the UK Top 40. So, back in a few.
Hey, well, my name's Chris Wilkins. I'm responsible for producing the History of Ocean book, which came out at the end of last year. And I'm one of the organisers on our revival event, which is taking place on the 9th and 10th of August at Dunstall Park in Wolverhampton. And I listen to One Up Gaming podcast.
So we're back, still David, still One Up Gaming, still episode 361 of the One Up Gaming podcast, and hopefully you've enjoyed the show so far. If you're just watching this for the top 40, we do segment this up, so we have a full 35-40 minute podcast where we talk about everything, and then we chop the segments out, so we have the games we've been playing this week on the Saturday, and the news that we talked about on the Sunday, and the top 40, which you're watching now, goes out every Monday on our YouTube channel. And yeah, so please check out our website, oneupgaming.co.uk. You can buy t-shirts like this from like the Boostroid design from our website. You can go onto our Etsy store, which is just like etsy.co.uk, I think, and then in the search just put One Up Gaming, all one word, and then you'll find the store. We've got like over 200 designs on there, so please have a look and buy. We've just started the Etsy store, so please help look into it and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, we're going to the UK Top 40 now. So where are we? So we'll go straight into the top 40. So first of all, we have number 40, which is Lego 2K Drive, and that's from Take-Two. Number 39 is The Sims 4 Horse Ranch from Electronic Arts. Was that number 3 last week? No, it can't have been. Number 38 is Crash Bandicoot N. Trilogy, and that's from Activision Blizzard. Number 40, that'll soon be Microsoft. Number 37, Pokemon Scarlet, and that's from Nintendo, and that was at 29 last week. 36 is Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle, that's from Ubisoft, and that was at number 26. 35 is the new Saints Row from Deep Silver, and that was at 37. Number 34 is Forspoken, and that was from Square Enix Europe, and that's new into the charts this week, so it's come back into the charts. 33 is Octopath Traveler 2 from Square Enix Europe, and that was at 30 last week. WWE 2K23 from Take-Two is at 32, and that was at 24 last week. Number 31 is Jedi Star Wars Jedi Survivor, that's too many words, from Electronic Arts, that was at 18 last week. Now Final Fantasy 16 from Square Enix Europe was at 30 last week. No, it wasn't, it's at 30 this week, and it was at 16 last week. Number 29 is Super Mario Odyssey from Nintendo, and that was at 17 last week. 28 is Pokemon Violet from Nintendo, and that was at 27 last week. 27 is Mario Party Superstars from Nintendo, and that was at 21. 26 is Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury, and that's from Nintendo, and that was at 19. Number 25 is Marvel's Spider-Man Miles Morales from Sony Computer Entertainment, and that's back into the charts because I think that was on sale, so a lot of people are picking up for like 20 quid, 25 quid, that kind of price. 24 is New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe from Nintendo, and that was at 20 last week. Number 23 is Sonic Origins Plus, and that's from Sega, and that's number 38 last week. 22 is Lego Harry Potter Collection from the Warner Brothers Interactive, and that was at 20 last week. Number 21 is Gran Turismo 7 from Sony Computer Entertainment, new back into the charts. Number 20 is The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt Complete Edition from Namco Bandai Entertainment at 31. And number 19 is The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt Game of the Year Edition from Namco Bandai, and that was at 32, that's crazy. Disney Illusion Island from Disney Electronic Content, and that's new in at number 18. Red Dead Redemption 2 from Take-Two is at 17, and that was at 39. Number 16 is Remnant 2, and that's from THQ Nordic, and that's new in at 16. Number 15, Animal Crossing New Horizons from Nintendo, and that was 13 last week. Number 14 is Nintendo Switch Sports, and that was from Nintendo, and that was 11 last week. Number 13 is God of War Ragnarok from Sony Computer Entertainment, and that was at 15 last week. Number 12, Diablo 4 from Activision Blizzard, and that was at 10 last week. Number 11, Elden Ring from Bandai Namco Entertainment, and that was at 9 last week. Number 10, Grand Theft Auto 5 from Take-Two, and that was at 12. Number 9, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 from Activision Blizzard, and that was at 7. Number 8, Minecraft, and that's from Nintendo, and that was 8 last week. Number 7 is Mortal Kombat 11 Ultimate, and that was from Warner Bros. Interactive, that's back into the charts. Number 6 is Lego Star Wars The Skywalker Saga from Warner Bros. Interactive, and that was at number 28. Number 5 is Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, and that's from Nintendo, and that was at 5. Number 4, The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom from Nintendo, that was at 4. Number 3, Pikmin 4, and that's from Nintendo, that was at number 1. Number 2 is Hogwarts Legacy from Warner Bros. Interactive, that was at 6. And still at number 1, well, back at number 1 is FIFA 23 from Electronic Arts, because that was last week at number 2. So that is a thanks so much to the Games Press website with GFK Entertainment software charts, all formats. So thank you so much for that. And that, my friends, is the podcast. Thank you so much. Please go to our website, which is oneupgaming.co.uk. Please go to our Patreon, which is patreon.com/OUG. You can buy these t-shirts and these hats, available from our store, from Etsy at oneupgaming.co. No, just oneupgaming, all one word. You can get them from the store link at the bottom of our YouTube channel. Games Inspired Music is available now. 20% of each sale will go to the Child's Play charity. Again, we've got our audiobook on tape, well, not ours, audiobookontape.com. First 100 episodes of our podcast you can buy. T-shirts. If you want to win a t-shirt, just leave a comment that says t-shirt and subscribe to the YouTube channel. And if you want to win, I just hit the microphone. And if you want to win the Evercade Interplay Collection 2 cartridge, just leave a comment, say Evercade, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. So that, my friends, is it. And yeah, go to our Facebook, which is One Up Gaming. Subscribe to us there. Like us, subscribe to us, bell us, tweet us, all that kind of stuff on our YouTube channel, One Up Gaming. If you want to watch us on Twitch, it's twitch.tv/OUGofficial. If you want to send us any messages on Twitter, or X as it's called now, we're OUG Official. And if you want to email us anything, it's contact@oneupgaming.co.uk. And if you want to watch us, just go to our YouTube channel. If you want to listen to us through iTunes and things like that, just subscribe to us, 5 stars, positive feedback. It really helps with the searches when people are looking for a stupid little podcast that they can listen to and while away half an hour of their life. So it's been me, David, from One Up Gaming, episode 361. Thank you all. Goodbye.
You the best.
My boy say it's about to go down.
Hey yo, Conte, let go.
I got you.
Work.
Shawty wanna work it for me, watching that she twerk it for me, clapping like you wanna hit it, girl, go ahead and work that. Super stupid, work it, booty, take it, girl, it's worth that. Loving how you work and do it, no, I wanna merge that. Shawty wanna work it for me, watching that she twerk it for me, clapping like you wanna hit it, girl, go ahead and work that. Super stupid, work it, booty, take it, girl, it's worth that. Loving how you work and do it, no, I wanna merge
She got a
that.
world star booty. She can be my honey dip. How low can she go? I know she won't trip. Put it on the floor, then turn it to a magic trick. Shake that money, make sure you getting every tip. Go to the bartender, the maker of the drinks. For every suitor that you got, they tip you big. They sloppy with it, but the money keeps spilling. Ain't no problem with it, damn big. If you know she big with it, I like a back action, so I'ma catch a show. So I'ma sit back, so I can do some more. With a dance like that, I probably throw a bankroll. This is for the girls that know how to work the pole.
Shawty wanna work it for me, watching that she twerk it for me, clapping like you wanna hit it, girl, go ahead and work that. Super stupid, work it, booty, take it, girl, it's worth that. Loving how you work it, give it, no, I wanna work that. Shawty wanna work it for me, watching that she twerk it for me, clapping like you wanna hit it, girl, go ahead and work that. Super stupid, work it, booty, take it, girl, it's worth that. Loving how you work and do it, no, I wanna work it. Mama, go let mama work it, loving how you twerk it, loving how your booty wave, I think I will go surfing. Got her body jerking, seeing it in person. If I didn't win, believe the girls that she was murking. Out on the dance floor, see her in her stance. Go further to the ground, I'm wondering what she wearing pants for. 6-inch high heels, you know every man. No tattoo appeal, sexy as they can go. I watch her wobbling, that's why my head is bobbling. Girl, you look so delectable, I think I should be gobbling. Turn to an intellectual, I hope you still are following. Cause you will see Twitter to them, she's a workaholic. Go, shorty wanna work it for me, watching that she twerk it for me. Clapping like you wanna hear it, girl, go ahead and work that. Super stupid, perky booty, take it, girl, it's worth that. Loving how you work and do it, no, I wanna murk that. Shorty wanna work it for me, watching that she twerk it for me. Clapping like you wanna hear it, girl, go ahead and work that. Super stupid, perky booty, take it, girl, it's worth that. Loving how you work and do it, no, I wanna murk that.
Go ahead and shake it, shake it. Don't slow it down, baby. Working like a 5-pole, yeah, I know you wanna get it. Don't split that, now make that booty clap. You want it pole, show me how you work that. Do lady luscious, don't just twerk some. Go ahead, girl, let me see you twerk some. Shake that booty round, tryna make it touch the ground. Tick-tock, she taking ride on the ground. By the way she moves, that got me seduced. A little bit of goose, that got me acting loose. I ain't ducking now, holla chaser too. Monkey got me acting like a straight dance.
Shorty wanna work it for me, watching that she twerk it for me.